Hi, and welcome to another exciting episode of House of Magic. I'm Eric.
And I'm Cassie. And today we're going to be doing something a little different. I had a birthday recently, and my brother sent me an Ixalan pre-release package from Amazon for my birthday present. Thank you, cool brother, as he's labeled himself. Not that we would ever call him that purposefully.
No.
But what we're going to do is we're going to talk a bit about deck building from something sealed like a pre-release pack. The Rivals of Ixalan pre-release is coming up in January. Mm-hmm. And should you attend a pre-release, you're going to get something like this. So let's take a minute to explore the pre-release and what you might do with the pack to make your own personal perfect deck. Sound good? Awesome. So, slip it out of the sleeve. Open it up. What you should expect to find inside is your very own 20-side countdown die with this set's logo on it. Probably can't see that. A little info card about building a sealed deck. And
What's your promo?
we're not there yet, Eric. What is this called? A
Card
splitter?
divider?
A card divider for your
Cards.
for keeping, your tokens and your side deck separate from your main deck. 6 packs. And of course, every pre-release does come with its own promo card. So the promo card that I have received, it'll be separately packaged, and the promo that I've gotten is the Regisaur Alpha. These will always be foils, and they will always have the date of the pre-release stamped right there on them. So, some people will want to use these in their decks, others will want to keep them in their pretty little plastic packaging. It's completely up to you. Definitely at a pre-release, if it's your first pre-release, don't be afraid to ask for help, to ask for advice. Unless you're at a crappy LGS, you're going to get a lot of help, and if you think that and to avoid going to a crappy LGS, make sure you check out our Finding the Perfect Local Gaming Store for You video that will include a tag to in this area right here, if I can figure that out. Okay, awesome. Let's bring the camera angle down. That's good. This is me. This is Eric. Let's crack some packs. Yo. Okay. You want to scooch a bit, babe? Or that works too. You can put your arm around me. Aw, so sweet. My brother said that these are just for me and I don't have to share with Eric. So,
You lie, brother-in-law.
Okay, so every deck is going to come, or every booster pack is going to come with 15 cards. Is it 10?
I'll count out real quick. I don't remember.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 uncommons. 10 commons, 3 uncommons, and 1 rare. And then a token and a forest. Or
A land.
a land and either a token or a double-sided or a checklist card. We'll talk about those when we see one.
Or a foil. Can you see a rare? I don't think I've ever seen that one before.
You have. We'll get there in a minute. So we have our 10 uncommons, what we're going to set to the side for now, but those will come in handy building my deck soon. We have our 3 uncommons, and then we have our rare. Today's rare is Daring Saboteur. A lot of times you're going to look at your rares and see if you can build a deck around those. So we're going to set him off to the side here so that we can remember he's there. And Eric's also going to divide out my uncommons and commons. So, remember your land and your token. Get out a lot of people will go like this, because you can see the symbol right here. It's this little symbol right here. If it's black, it means it's a common. So we can scroll through those kind of until we get to silver. And silver will be an uncommon. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll take a look at our rare. This rare in this pack is a Blood Crazed Paladin. So let's keep going and see what else we pull, okay? token and a land. Now you may be worried about not having enough lands for your deck. Don't worry, every local gaming store will provide you with lands that you can utilize in your decks. Okay, the rare we have here is a Vanquisher's Banner. When you do pack cracks, when you're seeing people crack packs on their YouTube videos, a lot of times you'll see them do exactly what I'm doing. Fly through the commons, kind of glance at the uncommons, and then really focus on the rare. The reason they're doing that is the rare is going to be the money cards. And a lot of people who open packs are doing it for the money more than the game. Pass you my commons, my uncommons. Ooh, and I see that I'm going to have a foil, so really quickly, here is my rare. And this is really exciting because you can see my foil has a little gold symbol, which means it's a rare foil. Rares will also have this little holograph thing down there. So that's an exciting pull. It's pretty and it's rare. Let's keep going. Herald of Secret Streams. It's a good one.
Yeah, looks like it can go great in my deck.
Looks like you can maybe have it. Okay, so token and a land. We still have not gotten any checklists, so I can't explain those.
No. Which is really weird because we got so many checklists when we were doing the pre-release and cracking the packs.
Commons, uncommons, and then here's my rare, Fathom Fleet Captain. So this is going to be the second pirate rare I've pulled. So I don't know, maybe we're going to do a pirate deck. We're going to have to wait and see what our packs have unfolded.
It looks like you've gotten quite a bit of pirates.
Okay, awesome. We're going to stop real quick and talk about this. This is a checklist card. In Ixalan, and I know Rivals of Ixalan will have the same thing, you'll occasionally get a double-sided card. The front of the card looks different from the back of the card. Because people who have these don't always use regular sleeves, they'll use double-sided sleeves. They'll put this in the deck in its place in a regular sleeve, and they'll mark which card it is. That way they can say, oh, I'm drawing this and I can bring this in from the outside of the game or in from my deck box so that I can keep this card safe as a double-sided card while still being able to play it normally. Is that a good way of explaining that?
This all started back during Innistrad.
Oh, and that started in Innistrad.
Pretty sure Innistrad was the first set.
Commons. Uncommons. Now every now and then, this happens in packaging. It's happened a lot in Ixalan I found, but I got my foil before I got my rare. So look at that pretty foil land. Oh, isn't it pretty?
So shiny.
And look, it's exactly what I was talking about. It is a double-sided card. This double-sided card is called the Growing Rights of Intlamak. Eric's excited because it's actually one of the more sought after cards in this block, the series, I guess. You won't know this at a pre-release always. You won't always know what's going to be the wanted card, but if you ask around, make sure you're holding on to the ones that are the desired cards. This card's special because when you get 4 or more creatures on your battlefield, you can transform it. When you transform it, you flip it to the other side, and then it gains some cool new abilities. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to divide, and this is the way I do it. This may not be the way Eric does it, but this is the way that I'm going to do my limited seals. I'm going to divide them out by color. So Eric, would you like to help me divide them out by color as we fast forward? So I have this divided into my 5 colors, and then a middle pile is for colorists or the few double colors I did get. and then any lands that I got that were special. So now let's sort these going from least mana cost to most mana cost.
Okay.
So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick look through, kind of see what I have, read any cards that I'm interested in reading, but kind of go through and see what tribes I'm having and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, Druid, Merfolk. Looking through my greens, there are some okay Dino cards. I don't know if I'm going to go green though. I don't feel like I have the strength in green to make it worth losing a mana color in my limited deck too. In limited, you're going to be really careful as to the number of mana colors you choose because you're not going to have many to choose from. Let's look through white. Looking through white, I see I have some good vampires. I have some good low drops. I'm going to keep this off to the side. This may be something that I'm interested in. So I'll move green out of the way. I'll keep white down here. Let's check out blue. Looking through my blue, I have a lot of low drops that appear to be good cards. I got my good rare pirate there, that he's a very low drop for a rare. Seeing a lot of good creatures and some pretty good abilities too. I'm gonna keep this and definitely considering putting blue in this limited deck. Let's check out black. Looking at black, I have no 1-drops, which is very unique. I have a lot of high drops, but I also have 2 low drop rares. So I'm gonna think about it. I think black probably just nudged out white, in my opinion. Looking at my reds, I have barely any reds, and most of the reds I have are 4-drop or higher. That's a little risky for a limited game. You don't really want to have that high of a mana curve. A mana curve is the number of cards you have in each mana drop section. I think I'm going to take red out of the running. So now I'm going to take the 3 colors that I was looking at and the few uncoloreds that I was looking at. Let's go ahead and now we'll sort these out all together by their mana cost. I'm not going to count this as one of the cards in my deck because that's going to count as a land instead. So this is going to come out of those 17 to 18 lands, not the 23 or so creatures or spells. So I'll just set this off to the side. Okay, so now let's see how many cards I have. So at this point, I'm down to 52 cards. So I've cut out quite a few. That's pretty good. But remember, we want to get down to right around 23, 22. Mm-hmm. So, looking here, I also feel I have a pretty good mana curve. My biggest pile is my 3-drop. My 5-drop's a pretty big pile. I'm gonna wanna whittle this out, and you know these two, let's take a look at these two. These are my 2 biggest cards. Deathless Agent and Queen's Agent, Ancient and Queen's Agent, both for 6 mana. A 6/3/3 drop with Explorer. Yeah, it has lifelink, but I'm not sure how much it's gonna help in a limited play. And a 6-drop 4/4 with flying. I don't think either of these are gonna come in handy, especially where this one has a ability that's gonna target specifically vampires. I don't think I have enough vampires to keep that in. So I think it's safe to put these out of the running, don't you?
Yeah. Well, and the great thing is that in limited, anything that's not in your deck is in your sideboard versus, you know, traditionally you'll get 15 cards. When limited, everything you ripped is your sideboard. So if you come late in the game and stuff and finding out that you're having all this mana and you need a big drop, you need that lifelink, you need the, for whatever reason.
These guys can always come back.
Yeah, you can game 2, pop them in and see what happens.
So let's check out my 5 drops.
And see, this is where me and Cass is kind of different. I always start from the low end and then work my way up. I read the cards, I see what I like, what I don't like, and I will it down that way. And then I add them up and see where I'm at.
So I have 2 Spreading Rots. They're a destroy target land sorcery. The controller loses 2 life. I'm going to put these out for now because unless the person has a land that I want to get rid of, it's not going to do me a lot of good.
Yeah.
These both have flying. It's a 3/4 and a 3/3. But this one has flash. That means that I could cast it at the same time as an instant. I think I'm going to take out this one and leave in the one with flash for now as an option. I also don't have a lot of dinos in this, so anything that's targeting dinos, I'll probably take out of the deck. I've gotten this down pretty far. Let's see where we go. This creature can't be blocked. That's always good.
But you also have to
pop over.
You have to bounce a creature back into your hand. So I never like that because it seems like you're always behind on the play.
But it's also a limited card. So let's see how it goes. This one, it's not only that shiny foil rare I got, but creatures with +1/+1 counters on them cannot be blocked. So this one I especially want to bring in if I'm going to get any counters on any creatures. If I'm not getting counters, it might not be right for this deck. Let's wait and see. I'm going to put this sideways underneath these cards to tell myself that maybe I don't want this. It lets me exile a card that an opponent controls until this enchantment leaves the battlefield. That's probably not going to do me very good unless they have a card I know I want to block. Maybe we'll sideboard this for now?
Yep.
I'll keep the rest in for now. Let's go through these 3 drops. This is a big pile. Navigator's Ruin, one of my favorite cards. That's going to turn your deck into a slightly milled deck. Every time you attack during your end step, your opponent has to put 4 cards from their library into their graveyard. In limited, that's a big deal.
Yeah. Especially if you can get out early with it being a 3-drop.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 10 rounds, less than 10 rounds, they're definitely dead.
Water Trap Weaver. I'm going to attack a target spell, or I'm going to tap a target creature, and it does not untap under the next untap step of that opponent. Seems pretty good. Deadeye Tormentor. 3 mana, 2/2. When he enters the battlefield, if I attack with another permanent, or if I attack with a creature, your opponent's going to discard a card. Now, if I combine him with the Raider's Wake, that can be a pretty deadly combo because Raider's Wake says whenever your opponent discards a card, they lose 2 life. I'm going to put these 2 down here together, see if I can do something with it. But they're not going to be as powerful apart. Heartless Pillage. Target opponent discards 2 cards with Raider's Wake. Once again, that's 2 life they're losing. Let's put that over there in that pile with those other 2, because that's going to make that even stronger. Legion's Judgment, target creature of power 4 or greater. What if they don't have any of those? We're going to sidebar this for now. And then Territorial Hammer School. 3-drop, 2/3, but every time he attacks, you're going to tap one of your opponent's creatures. Oh, we're definitely leaving him in. Okay, my 2-drops. Shipwreck Looter. 2-drop, 2-run. Raid says if you attack with a creature when he comes in, then you can draw a card, and if you do so, discard a card. Maybe, but then again, right behind him, I have my Daring Saboteur. Same mana cost, same power and toughness, but I can make him indestructible. And every time he deals combat damage, you can draw a card, and then if you do so, discard a card. So I'm going to keep him in. I'm going to put my Shipwreck Looter out because he's kind of competing with this guy, and I want to keep this guy in there. Dire Fleet Hoarder. I have 2 of him. He is a 2/1, and when he dies, I get a treasure. That's going to give me a little extra mana, and it could give me those artifacts I need. Let's keep both of these in for now and see how it goes. Bloodcrazed Paladin. He has flash cost, which means he can come in anytime an instant could be cast, and when he comes into the battlefield, he gets +1/+1 counters for each other creature that died during this turn. So if I have some 1-drops or I'm going to be killing some people, I want him to come in last minute and get all those counters and buff him up. Fathom Fleet Captain, another one of those rares. He has Menace, which means it takes 2 or more creatures to block him, and every time he attacks, if I have another pirate, and I've been keeping quite a few pirates, that means I can tap 2 mana and bring in a 2/2 pirate token with Menace. Let's go down to my 1 manas. Now, one thing is that you usually want to keep as many 1-drops in as you can, as will be beneficial to your game, because these are going to be the things you can play turn 1. They're going to be the things that are going to save your butt a lot.
Yep.
Let's see how many cards we're at now after we've gone through these. I have 34 cards still. If you count this little combo, and I think I want to keep this combo in. So I'm going to go through on my own real quick and see what I'm going to get rid of. I'm now at 25 cards without lands. It's a little over, but remember, I'm a rebel. I'm gonna go over. So now I need to see how many lands I need. I might not use this because I have so many different things.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna divide them by color. And let's count how many I have. I'm gonna be looking for about 17 lands still. I'm still gonna go over a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So 17 lands, 6, 6, 9. Probably do 10 blue, 10 white, and, sorry, 5 blue, 5 white, 7 black. That's going to give me a nice even spread of my mana. This unclaimed territory is great for constructed play, but I have so many different tribes in this, I don't know how much it's going to help me. So I think I might just put a sleeve on this and save it for my personal deck. So that's what I would do if I was at a pre-release. Eric didn't talk much because he has a different...
I have a different style when I do my sealed or limited drafting and deck building.
So what we might do is we might have to buy him 6 packs so he can do it himself.
Yeah.
So you guys can listen to him instead of me for however long this video will be.
Maybe we do it for Rivals.
Yeah, maybe. Hopefully this helped you all out. Hopefully you guys feel a little more comfortable if you're going to go to a pre-release now. Remember, the pre-release for Rivals of Ixalan is going to be January 23rd?
Something like that.
Right around January 20th, the January early 20s. We're going to have some more videos here teaching you a little more about Magic, about how to learn Magic and how to play Magic. We'll explain a few more things because we definitely want this channel to be friendly for Magic players old, new, and completely never heard of the game before. And hopefully if you saw this and you've never played Magic before, you'll think about going to that Rivals of Ixalan pre-release coming up soon, or whatever pre-release is coming up when you happen to view this if it's 3 years in the future.
Alright guys, if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to us, and share it.
And give us your comments. What do you do differently than me? Feel free to let me know how you're better than me. I'm used to it. I'm lit married to him.
Alright guys, you guys have a good night and happy gaming.
Thanks again for joining us. Bye.
Bye.